morning, friend. I am Neeraj Kumar Dinkar. Today we are going to discuss about the vehicle movement, safety for vehicle and transport at construction project. So, guys, this is a very important and most of hazardous and most of dangerous if you are going to read vehicle movement. So guys, vehicle movements as road and accidents. You know that nowadays, every day, if you are watching if you are reading the newspapers, then you can imagine that daily people's daily basis daily basis people die due to accidents of road accidents on regular basis in Pune. I am talking about the Pune city. I am reading newspapers on daily basis. One accidents, fatal accidents happen due to road accidents. So, guys, this is very important part of a vehicle movement at constructions project. If you are working a safety professional working a construction industry, already you all aware about the vehicle accidents at your workplace. This is very major major hazards at workplace if you are going to use of vehicles, use of construction road. So you should very alert about the road safety vehicles. This is very difficult to improvements, and many people, many organizations ignorance that types of hazards. But this is a very important part of work, because I am in my durations of work, I have seen many accidents due to road accidents, due to vehicle accidents at workplace. Whenever I was working in my previous organizations at project of CTCI, Cummins India Private Limited, there was one people's death due to vehicle accidents. Whenever drinking water reversing, that times persons was tooth brushing early mornings, and reversing that times drivers was not aware the persons stand near backside of TM, because of there was no signalmen, no reverse horn. So persons engaging to persons talking on phone our native place, at that time accidents happen, and immediate on spot fatal accidents happens at labor camps. So this is a very important, this is a negligence of accidents at your construction project. If you are working, if you are already seems that the accidents, that type of accidents happen at your workplace. So guys, again one accident share with you. One tractor's drivers left from tractors going to drinking waters purpose and some break purpose, but that did not lock the tractors, did not lock the tractor's key, and key leave in tractors. That times some supervisors came to required to remove vehicles on the road. That times supervisors start the vehicles, start the tractors, and try to move, but that times the tractors was stand by on ramp, and that times tractors and trolley suddenly fall from ramp, and drivers was very nearby of fatal accidents. but that times after going to hospitals, after the treatments, the driver's life has been saved, had been saved, but one right leg disables and permanent disables. That was engineers whenever working a construction project. This is a vehicle in charge and infra in charge. So this is a importance of safety at your construction project. Also vehicle movement and transport safety is very important part, very important to follow, and safety precautions should be taken by safety officers, safety managers. You know that 35% of accidents on daily basis, fatal accidents happen at construction project. 35% accident at construction site only for vehicle accidents. You know that this is a very severity and probability is very high. So always considers and take a responsibility and avoid that type of misbehave. I should share with you my experience, my view. Accidents happen in our construction industry, and also always vehicle movement is very hazardous work, and also there was very big negligence during the work. So as a safety professional, you have to follow the safety precautions if you are working in construction industry. As a working in a safety manager position, so look that matters and resolve, and you have to take safety precautions during the work. Second thing, one most important part of accidents is due to younger drivers. If you have deploy the young drivers, then accidents ratio will be high. Because of young driver also try to overtake, try to overconfidence, try to walking, also engage in mobile phones. Because of young workers, they have very well confident, overconfidence. Confidence is good, but overconfidence is very risky to work at construction project. So guys, young peoples, if you are deploy the young peoples for the vehicle movement, driving and operating, then you have to check the competency levels. First, check the competency level, check the behavior, check the previous accidents theory. Any past accidents happen by the drivers, so that all are considered before deploying the young peoples for operating of any equipments and vehicles. So second things, you know that fatigue means tired. Some drivers tired to work, because of, you know that if you are working in construction industry, there was no time limits of drivers. Because of, if concrete casting is in progress, there were every drivers are deployed for the day and night shifts. Those drivers working in day, those drivers again repeated work in night after that leave. So that time of fatigue, that time of mistakes of driving, that types of maybe drivers very fatigues, maybe after fatigue, maybe drunkard and behaviors. Everything will be considered about that times. So guys, this is very important part to you. If you are going to take safety precautions, two things will always care. First is younger driver, second thing workers drivers behavior and fatigue. This is an important topic. If you have considers, then very helpful to you. Minimize of risk, minimize of accidents at your workplace. After that, general safety precautions. You know that what is general safety precautions? If you are going to if you are going to taking a safety precautions for vehicle movement, then first you have to follow the safety KRA, road map safety. Means make a road map and KRA, key responsible persons for the vehicle movements, and make a good teams with driver supervisors which are concerned departments related the transport department. Make a good cultures for improvement of vehicle movement at your construction project and others roads. So first we have discussed about the physical and mental competency. Already we have to discuss as competency of drivers and mental and physical well conditions of drivers competency. Always good behavior of driver should be deployed for work. Always use of right cloth if driver deploy first procedure. I am talking about the procedure. First make a safety procedures. After that make a risk assessment and the risk after risk assessments you have to follow that competency of drivers trainings, medical fitness certificate, documentations part of driving license, PUC, vehicle fitness certificates, insurance and experience of drivers. If a driver is well experienced, then submit the driving license experience certificate, medical certificate, and trainings medical certificate. Always show to safety departments. So this is a related the administrative controls, and you have to provide the safety signage at your workplace. If you are going to vehicle movement, set a limit as per your traffic conditions, as per your side conditions. Make a 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers, 10 kilometers per hours. Display the safety poster for vehicle movements and control of vehicle, and do don'ts also put and do don'ts safety signages. And road should be very clear approach, no uneven surface, and road may be proper level for proper leveled. And if you are workers moving on road, then make a separate pathway for main movement, and well barricades do not any workers move on vehicle movement roads. This is a safety precautions. Also provided a signalmans like a Scott. If you are using a vehicle TM, the two signalmen deploy for your constructions project on your constructions project for or controlling of vehicle movement and control of human behaviors at your workplace, and they can very helpful to you reduce of any accident at your workplace. And also avoid the unqualified and incompetent and unqualified persons for driving. You know that you have shared some accidents in our constructions industry, so always be careful about the unauthorized persons to deploy for any vehicle movement and any transport related, and also unauthorized signalment should be avoided. Speed limit already discussed about the inspections of vehicles. If you are using of vehicle, so every week make a weekly schedules. Every vehicle should be proper checked by drivers and competent persons, and make a records like the fitness like the medical vehicle fitness instructions, and as per criteria you have to check and follow the rules, and make a sign and proper filing of inspections checklist like the tires, window screens, swipers, and tire condition, stepney, stop brake, and brakes, glass, and name of plate numbers, driving cabins. That all are considered in your inspections checklist to fully cover related the health and safety in checklist at your construction project, in that your checklist. Second thing we have discussed about you have to check also fire extinguisher, stepney, battery, clutch, horns, emergency brake, wipers, lights. That all are considered whenever going to inspections of vehicles. vehicles as per your inspection checklist. If you have need to some others additional checklist, then mm, you have to change it. You have to modify your inspection checklist. So guys, this is a basic requirements if you are using of if you are going to uh, safety precaution at your workplace. Always work permit system should be considered, should be must. Mm, and work permit with risk assessment. All drivers, operators, signalmen should be proper refresh trainings of job specific vehicle movement. What explain the vehicle movement hazards and what is controls measure in pace. After that, after the transport vehicles, you know the transport of vehicles. If you are going to use using vehicle, some vehicles came from other projects, some vehicles came from other state like tiling work, others external agency to carry to who drop your drop your materials. So guys, proper safety systems in place, and if you are